Yeah, the new Lang thing that's coming out. You know, man, I'm really hoping, man. I'm really hoping in the future that they'll look at reprisal and they'll look at the SGB and how like it's so random how like they'll hit. And that's like one of the main things I don't like about it. Like it could be a 5x5, but it only hit like maybe the minimum of 2, maybe 3. So that's just lost DPS. Like I get it, but I'm really hoping they would work on it. And then the other thing too, I'm really hoping they'll work on reprisal. Like the weapons at the moment, yeah, they cool and all, but it's some skills that need to be worked on. Like I'm telling you, man, imagine reprisal and the PvP damage. They just switch it. Imagine doing back 25k to Zamorak. Like that'll make two things. It'll make Telos and reprisal go up, and it'll keep Telos relevant. And it'll make people who bitch and moan about, ugh, Zamorak's hard, or pretend the people who want a one cycle even easier. Like the top, yeah, the top players already know how to do it. But imagine the shittier people, because I know I'll benefit from it. It'll just make Zamorak so much easier to climb. Just imagine doing another 15k at it, like just doing it. I can imagine that, man. I can just imagine it. Exactly. And the main thing is uh, like one of the people in here, they were like, "Oh, now that they see the good changes with the Langs, it was pushing the incentive to get some Langs, like the T95 swords." And I'm like, "Of course, bro. They T95s. Like, regardless of how you feel, they T95s. Regardless, dog, it's T95s." But the fact that they're making it even better, it makes it even more enticing to get it. And that's what's really good about it. And that's the thing too. Like I'm looking at reprisal, right? And I'm like, when are you gonna do 25,000 damage in PvP? And it says in PvP there's diminishing return on damage dealt as store damage increases. Like, when are you gonna do 25k? If you just do natural buffs, you're taking what you can power burst to 20. If you got tank armor, you can push it to 25, maybe. Like when are you gonna take a 25,000 hit? Like I don't get it. Like I use reprisal a lot. Like Solak, I use reprisal. Zamorak, I use reprisal. Virago, if you want to power burst and take that 9k hit, that's reprisal. Let me see who else. Who else is a good place? Iraq Sor and Iraq C. Like, like just get one good, like get one good melee hit on you for like 3 4k, and just keep it there. If you want to get another one, that'll be 8k. You don't know how to use it, bro. Just let the boss hit you a couple good times, and that's a free ability right there in damage. Like if you look at the YouTube, and you'll see my Phase 7 Zemrat guide, it's a free 10k. It's a free 10k. It's a free 10k with the hit, and it's a threshold. All you gotta do is let it turn on, like you would click it, and just let it go off by itself. It's either that or you can choose when to let it go. Yeah, because it says if you activate it again, it'll do it. Yeah, it says store incoming damage over 6 seconds or until reprisal is cast again. So yeah, you can cast it and then cast right. Like as soon as you get that big old hit, cast that bitch again. And that's one of the main things I'm really hoping they'll look at. Like that's one of the like I really hope they look at that, man. That skill really needs to be looked at. Because look what it says, man. it says use the target's power against them, right? So the main person using power are the big bosses that do big old hits like Solak and Zamrak. And you can mention a few others, like pretend even Siryu. Like, you know when Siryu does his big old deep breath, right? You can reprisal it, send back 5k, 6k. You can do that. Let me see, who else can you do it to? Like, take a few typeless hits from the Blackstone Dragon. That'll work. And it's really a few good bosses that really work with it. Like, mwah. You can, and you can even synergize it too. Pretend if you synergize, like, you know, with range and the tendrils, it works with the tendrils. You can automatically build up, what, 4k against yourself? Take one good melee hit from a boss or whatever. That's 10k right there. Like, it's an easy way to, like, gather up quick damage against yourself. And it's beautiful. At Solak, all I gotta do is, like, you know when that little green thing is falling to the floor? That's what, 6k? He hits me for 3 point whatever? That's 10k. Automatically. I see a reprisal go back for 10k. Like, it's... Now imagine this, right? Now imagine this. Imagine if it went to 25k. It wouldn't push like Solak. I don't think you can push 25k that quick. Maybe 13k, maybe 15, maybe. Zamrak, you can definitely push to 20k. 25, that's going to be a little more rough. Because naturally, he does what? You'll power burst to what? The most I ever seen get hit is what, 16k? Yeah, so you'll power burst to 16k into reflect. Or something like that. So that's 16k. It's not even hitting the 25 mark yet. It's not even hitting it yet. So it'll be the first, because it'll be the first hit. It'll be 1-1 because the twin shot. So you'll need 2 twin shots. That's 1-1 and then 1-1 again to equal 25. So that's a perfect way to look at reprisal. If you can get that much stored damage at one time, because you're using it against them too. It's typeless. You can't negate it. You can't resonance that big old hit. You can't. You can reflect it for another 10k back. Like, bro, there's so much man, come on, dog. There's so much potential on reprisal, bro. There's so much. It's crazy how much there is. And I'm telling you, it can only get better from there, dog. Because it's so true. Like, because there's so many bosses that can do it. Because, like, you know when you melee and do a Raxi, she hits you for like 3-4k a pop. So imagine 4k, 4k. Alright, I'm putting back on my melee prayer magic. Yup, that too. Yo, I do the same thing on on Glaycore. I reprisal it. Yeah, because you have enough time. You can anticipate, reflect, reprisal it. Yeah, you could do all that in that same rotation. And it works. It works. And it works real well. It's basically an instant 10k. Instant 10k.